So I was going to film like a TikTok, but I'm just going to do a video and just talk and whatever. So basically today is September 13th, Friday the 13th, and I'm getting ready to go to a friend's house. Yesterday was Thursday, and this week I have been having such a bad time. I've been having trouble sleeping. I want to close my eyes and then my heart just starts beating so fast, and like I start to have like this anxiety. I don't even be thinking about things, but my heart is just like pumping as if I'm nervous about something, you know? So I can't sleep because that's literally what makes me stay awake at night. Every time I try to close my eyes for the first time, that's when it starts happening. So then I start reading my Bible, I start praying, and then after that, it's like 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and then I can go to sleep. I read my Bible at 2 in the morning or pray, and I go to sleep like around 5 or something. One of these days, it was so weird because I tried going to sleep, and it's like I was using my tablet, and it was like 11, I want to say like 11:50. Like I know it was 11:49 when I turned off my tablet, and then I went to sleep for some reason somehow. But then it's like I was in this daze where I was sleeping. I think I was asleep, but my body was still active. Like I was still awake, turning around and stuff. And the next thing I notice is I check my phone and it's 1:40. So I didn't even feel like I slept, but apparently I did because that's how like the time jump was. So it's still weird. Like it was just a really weird experience. And I think it's also because it has to do with my emotions. Like I think I've just been like struggling a bit. Also, and so then last night I painted that. I didn't finish it, and it was supposed to be this painting that I took when I went on a run last time. And then behind that, it's actually a painting that I've been having there. It's been there and it was all black for this, I think I want to say like this whole summer it was all black. And I was gonna paint it and I just didn't know what. And so then I was gonna paint an eye. And if you look closely, and then I ended up smudging all over it. And if you look closely, you can see where the eyebrow and like the top layer of the eye is. You just have to look closely to it. But I don't want to touch it. But at the same time, like someone said that I draw dark things. I don't know how, because they saw that and I was like, that's not even dark. Like that was just a picture I found on Pinterest, and honestly I think it's a really nice drawing. I don't think it's dark. So when they saw that black painting, they were like, oh, you only paint like dark things. And I'm like, I don't just paint dark things. Like literally that painting there, I just can't touch it for some reason. And I used oil paint, and it's been 3 weeks, I want to say. Almost, it's about to be 4 weeks, and it's still wet. Like if you touch it, you're still gonna have paint on you. That painting actually, because it was a black canvas, because before that a friend of mine had asked me to do a painting for them, and I ended up doing it on a different canvas, so I just repainted over that with black. So when I was going to start doing the eye, my friend had actually passed away, and that's what I also want to talk about, because I think it's such a weird thing like to just look at, because I look at the painting and I'm like, I can't touch it because I don't know, every time I look at it I just keep getting reminded, like, you know, when I in the middle of a painting I found out that he had passed away. Which yesterday they gave a sermon. More specifically, his grandma gave a sermon talking about consuelo en el proceso, which I think it's comfort in the process. And it's been something where for the past, like, I don't know, it's just such a weird feeling, because I think because I never had someone like as close to me. Like I've gone to funerals before, but like someone like that as close to me, I never like experienced it. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's just been weird because we were the same age. We literally graduated high school together, even though we didn't go to the same high school, but like we graduated the same year. We grew up together since we were in middle school. I want to say like I was starting 7th grade. The same week that he passed away, I got my license. He passed away like on a Sunday at night, and then I got my license like on a, sorry, he passed away on a Monday. and I got my license that same week on a Thursday. He had passed away due to like a car accident. And so I think about that sometimes because every time like I see like a curve or something, it's like, how can it happen? You know, like you just can't help and question like how could it happen? Like, and then especially because I'm the same age as him, like I remember like I was going out with my friend at night, and I was driving and I was gonna go drive to meet up with them, and my mom had like came to my room, and like she was like worried because she was like, are you not scared like to drive at night and stuff? Like, are you sure you want to go? Like, can't you just stay? And you know what, sometimes you also have to be careful because I feel like when it comes to things like that, like something always ends up happening, and it's like, bro, like they warned you before you went. Like when you hear stories about people dying in an unexpected way, it's like there's always people saying like, oh yeah, like I warned her, like, or like I warned them that to not go or something, like, you know, I just had a gut feeling, things like that. And so at first in my head I was like, maybe I should stay, because if she's like warning me, like telling me this a lot, then maybe. So for her, she was like, yeah, don't go. Like, and I was like, if you're gonna be thinking like that, you have to believe that, you know, that I'm gonna be okay, that I'm going to come back home safe. Like, you can't be thinking just because this happened to him, like that it's gonna happen to me. Like, you know, it was a bad thing. And yeah, like when I think about it sometimes, like when I see his pictures, I still want to cry, because sometimes I'm like, how is it even possible that he's not here right now? And even like sometimes talking about him, like when I try to explain how I feel, I do end up crying, because it's like, because it's still like he's still gone and there's nothing that you can do about it. I feel like it also shouldn't be something that you can't be afraid, you know, like you can't be afraid just because of it. Like you can't get paranoid, and you just gotta pray that, you know, you're gonna be safe and that you're gonna be fine. But yeah, so I've just been like, and I don't really know if I'm ever gonna finish that painting. I probably won't. And also, guys, I watched The Forge. When I was watching it, it kept reminding me of someone, and I've been praying for this person. I don't know if it's because of me situation, or if it's because or because they actually are going through something. But I've been praying to God that if they are going through something, that they are able to find help from someone, like from a leader, or someone, you know, that can give them the advice that they need, that they can just find someone to find comfort in if they are going through something, to not just hold it in, especially because, you know, a lot of men tend to do that. And I don't know about Christian men, but, you know, they don't like to talk about their feelings or like go ask advice from other people. So I don't know if it's because, again, like they were going through something, or it's just like a me situation. There's a scene in The Forge, spoiler alert, where Isaiah, the main character, is holding a sword that's kind of heavy. There's a lesson behind it. And then the other men that's in the room with him are also holding the sword with him, and he's no longer trembling. The meaning behind that is that you have your brothers in Christ there that can help you in whatever you need, because that is the union, that is the community that we have within God. It was a really nice movie. I do want to say that. If you just have to look deep into it and see what it is too, because Isaiah, he also, in the beginning of the movie, he is really mad at his dad. He has a lot of anger towards his dad, and it's something that, you know, that has been holding him back as well. So there gets the point where he starts talking about like the anger that he has towards his dad, and his mentor or his boss tells him that, you know, he needs to forgive. Like he needs to forgive. And there's another scene that Isaiah is like in his room, and he starts praying and he starts crying, like, and he's just like saying all these words to God, and he's like, Lord, like, why do I have to forgive? But then he starts like forgiving. Then it goes to like where he starts praying for his dad. And I like that he said, meet him where he is at. And I think that's so, like, I don't know if they did this intentionally or is just because it's something that I feel like what God showed me is that that's how God is. Sometimes when we just tell God everything, we just talk to God, in that instant, God changes our words and our feelings and what we feel and the emotions that we just carry. Like, that's how fast God just give us peace. Because sometimes I feel like I've gone through situations where I'm just like, Lord, like, I don't even understand what's happened. Like, I don't know why you're allowing this to happen to me or things like that. And then I'm just like, Lord, whatever it is, you are in control of everything. And it's like, that's how fast, if you just speak to God, if you just tell God everything, he's going to like give you that peace in your mindset. Everything starts to change. But that was, wow, that was a really nice movie. Sometimes I do just want to pick up my camera and start recording anything, just because I feel like, honestly, I just do this for fun and just do it because to talk to myself and have an excuse to talk to myself. Because sometimes I find myself just talking to myself about things, or like I do also talk to God, just like being like, God, like, oh my gosh, like, you won't believe this. Randomly when I'm driving also, I just be like, God, like, I'm so, oh, like, I've just been going through this thing where I'm just like, Lord, like, I don't know, like, I'm like, boy, just talk to me. I'm like, talk to me. I low-key think I have blush blindness a little, but voy a hablarles del ayer.